The Grips of Wrath by John Steinbeck. The Modern Library and other established institutions have included this book not just among the best 100 of the last century, but in the top 10. However, from the very beginning, this note may be reactionary and anyway going against the current. Why? Because I've read it once and I enjoyed it. Let's be clear with that from the beginning. But now in a new uh, meeting with Steinbeck and this universally acclaimed work, I'm somewhat uneasy. I have qualms, and I, in a strange way, which probably says more, surely says much more about this reader than the book, which so many tens of millions have appreciated at the maximum level. Um, I connect the, if not the, some of the characters and the heroes of Grapes of Wrath, Tom, Joad, especially, but some of their, let's say, fictional, because they're fictional characters, descendants with Trump. Um, so, how is that possible? Well, first of all, that probably there's a need to think differently outside the box. We'll say that, and think not what everybody says and go the beaten path and admire the families destitute, thrown out of their homes and farms by the bankers, which, by the way, makes another connection with the Big Short and the 2008 financial crisis, and to go on this road and move even further away, if that's even possible, from the subject. Um, but making another connection, I'd say. In The Big Short, there are strippers who make investments in houses. One of them, I think, says, I have 3 houses. And then the market collapsed because so many people got so many investments which they couldn't afford, or even one investment, the mortgages, the poor women and men who had very little income to show for, have been convinced by the banks, and they're like in the Grapes of Wrath. Indeed, the banks have a responsibility, but that's shared with the individuals, in my view. And then coming back to those from the Grapes of Wrath, they annoyed me sometimes with their stubbornness. They're limited. They're, I shouldn't say that, but stupid. That's why the connection with Trump. That, I mean, back then I'm not sure, but now some of those people who have the same redneck, ignorant attitude would go for this guy who's boasting, who's quick to take the gun out, and so on. Admires Putin. So, what I didn't like is that, first of all, Tom Joad is, well, it's more complicated with the fact that he's been in jail. He wasn't the only one responsible, and yes, I agree that he has an evolution from doing wrong. He will transcend and become better in the book. I sort of expect that. I remember vaguely from the first read. But I'm also worried that we get too attached to some individuals who don't really deserve that much. I mean, on top of ignorance and stupidity, ignorance and lack of education is not their fault. They work hard and so on, and that may be attenuating circumstances, so to say, for some of the things that happen. But then there's this scene which I like really hate. Mother has one of the most prominent and loved characters of the story. Mother has an argument with a salesman who disagrees with her or something, and she beats him with a chicken. She has in one hand the axe with which she needed to kill the chicken. She forgot in which has the whatever, and she's beating this guy with the chicken, which couldn't be eaten at the end because there were only the two uh, legs left. So imagine how cruel she was to the animal. We're talking serious cruelty to the animals. I know this is not such an issue for many, and they would say, ah, well, we have to go beyond that, and values like humanity and suffering there, and all this torture along the way to California. To be rude or fuck that. I mean, why should I empathize and feel sorry for people who beat a man with a chicken? And the chicken is so tortured that you have the legs left of the live chicken. Live. And then the others are also quick to take the shotgun out. A man is gone for a week, they take the stove and everything, even planks from the house off. True, they didn't know, but that's again to me an emphasis, underlines their stupidity. What do you think? I mean, a man, you don't see a man for a week and you think he's gone forever and left all that, the stove. And anyway, they give it back. So that's more complex than that. They give it back. Only the grandfather of Tom wouldn't give a pillow. Even says if he wants that pillow, he should come get it because he should be. He better come with a gun because I'm gonna shoot the hell out of him or something like that. These are not the words. I cannot render them to you, but I can only say that this also annoyed me very much. They speak with they is, we has. Again, the lack of education maybe makes them even more likable or how should I say, vulnerable, and we should be even more sympathetic to them because they're so without education and so innocent and primitive. Well, as I said, I reactionary, and I also realized I was thinking when I made the other association with Trump, these are the kind of people, rednecks and all, no education. Statistics show that white mostly who vote not just in majority with Trump, but an overwhelming. With only high school degree, white. I think there's 70% or so who vote for him, white. Bible Belt, again, that's another issue. But I realized that I may be actually the dated, as I said, the reactionary, going against the current, not in a liberal way, but on the contrary, conservative way. Because also that's another thing I don't like. And I've read that conservatives and people who don't get it criticized John Steinbeck for this attitude towards capitalism and banks and so on. But I'm a part owner in a company, and I hate the idea of having people fight and destroy my profits, so to say, which are anyway small for ever since 2008. Speaking of banks, which I should hate also, by the way, in the sense that they generated all this tsunami which wiped everybody and affected us here too. But it's I have this image of the Jode family, like some our employees, so to say, who would wait one day, not with a shotgun, they don't have that here, but I don't know, with pitchforks, and as they try and shoot the car, the engine which comes to work the farm. They do that downtown as well to our small enterprise. I mean, it's just a feeling. I may go on. I'm not sure. I feel like abandoning this commie work. I'm exaggerating. I mean, it's not commie. I know, noble, worthy, and all that. But if I go on, I probably would Stockholm disease, Stockholm syndrome. I will get trapped and captive and start again feeling sorry for the family and for whatever happens along the road. I know and how they suffered. They know they've been taken out here and there and so on. But as I said, that chicken fight didn't go down well. I'm an animal lover. Well, I hope you enjoy it anyway. Cool.